ask that question and you start to go down that rabbit hole, then you say, well, how in the hell are you teaching me? How are you birthing my children? How are you psychologically and medically evaluating me? How are you guiding my race? How did we get to this point when you're the new kid on the block? How did you get here? So, and then on top of that, for my religious gurus, so God was here 4.5 billion years ago, and then he showed up 12,000 years ago just to create a race of species. So you mean to tell me for 4.5 billion years, or a little bit less than that, we've been chilling. God was at his house and we were at our house, chilling. He decided to come here after and said, fuck it, let me have a brain fart and create a race of species that have no soul, no morals, and no values. That's going to pillage, rape, and murder. And then blame it on you. Develop a consciousness and lingo to use reverse psychology to reverse it on us and say we're the thugs, the gangsters, the violent people that's on the planet. You can't tell me this individual ain't got help. And more importantly, you can't tell me this individual wasn't created. No biological history to this. He has no biological identification to the planet other than through his curriculum, which is a lie, television programs, movies, which is a lie. That's it. All of it is a lie, a flat out lie. If you a judge, see, this is who's more dangerous? I got to ask y'all this. Who's more dangerous? The individual that's smoking crack or the motherfucker that believes he's a judge? Who's more dangerous? The individual that's drinking alcohol on a corner, you understand? Or the individual that believes that they're a school teacher? Who's more dangerous? You see, when you wake up to this right here, when you wake up to the truth, you see who's more dangerous and not. See the nigga walking down the street with a hood on his head, undeveloped brain, stressing about being a part of the system and getting money. He's not dangerous. He's not dangerous. He's more of a threat to himself. But the individual that's using psychosis to separate themselves from reality, to look you in your face and tell you that I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer, I'm a well-educated person. I have a background. I have a historic background, credentials that says that I'm in a position to be authority, to have authority over you. My paperwork tells me that I have authority over you. My credentials that I've gained in this world tells me that I have authority over you. Social services, DHS. They beat the shit out of our children, fed them to crocodiles, used them as experiments, but tell you how you should raise yours. Do you not understand the mental illness behind this, my brothers and sisters? This is mental illness. We are suffering. You don't understand that? That doesn't seem weird to you? That for 400 years, they treated your child less than the dog that they have inside of their home. Now, you would never do that to your child. In fact, you neglected your child to breastfeed theirs. Mind you of this. You neglected your child to feed theirs. Even today, we neglect our children to feed theirs. When you look at the medical field and walk in the hospital, what do you see? The interns are who? When you walk into these eye doctors, these clinics, who do you see? The interns are who? When they said Jesus sacrificed himself so therefore for people's sins, this is what they're talking about with us. We are sacrificing our babies so these people can live good, successful. And this is the sad thing about it, that they are proud of to live this way. And the reason why I don't knock them, because they have zero connection to the cosmos. Zero connection to the cosmos, which means you have zero connection to the earth. So therefore you had to create an environment in a world for you to exist in. That's why I say you don't know. Because I got respect for the white man, the Asian man, and the China man. I have lost respect for my earthly brothers. This nigga loved his woman so much that he said, I'm going to kill. I'm going to kill to give her the best life. He loved his children so much that he said, I'm going to kill to give my children the best life and the best education. You don't understand. All other races have the best education. They have the best education. Their education don't fit us. This is what you don't realize. To them, it fits them to build businesses and companies, to be employed, to be self-employed, to grow financially. That's their world. That's not our world. Because guess what? They just can't surf and navigate the planet like you can underneath the sun. So they have to create things so that way they can live and feel normal on a planet that's consistently reminding them that it's not normal for them to be here. That's not hatred. That's not racist. That's righteousness. So let me get into this, my people. I value y'all. I sincerely do. Yes, oh, yes, oh, yes, oh, yes, oh. Yes, let me get on over here. Let me show y'all a few videos that I wanted to play here.
Federal government is holding back water in Lake Powell.
Let me get this rewind. This every time I click on that, it shows me. Hold, let me just play this here real fast. So I want y'all to hear this. See, the truth is more disturbing than the lie. I say this all the time. Listen to this. Shout out to my sister Wanda.
Everybody on the planet has some Neanderthal genes, except for all the people in Africa. You know, there has long been this contention.
Wait a minute.
Is the fact that everybody on the planet has some Neanderthal genes, except for all the people in Africa. You know, there has long been this contention between the different views, the out of Africa or the out of Asia model. Well, you know, maybe it's is the fact that everybody on the planet has some Neanderthal genes, except for all the people in Africa.
Everybody on the planet has some sort of Neanderthal genes, except for the people out of Africa. Now, mind you, my people, we have already debunked. I mean, there's enough information out here to debunk to let you know that we're not just from Africa. We're not from Africa. The people here in America, actually, we was all over. It's not a continent. It's not anywhere the sun touched. That's us. So just so we know that. But we are in denial. And if you can't accept your own genetics, then you could never love me. This is the issue that we are having. Y'all can't accept your genetics. And I understand that. But hold on, let me read it. Let me before I get into this, let me see how I want to go down in order with this. How I want to go in order. All right, let me get this off of here. Let me go over here real fast. All right, here we go. Let me get into Lake Mead. Now, let me just say this to y'all, my people. I'm going to jump back and forth. Bear with me because I'm going to get through this. Now, and I told y'all, my people on the West Coast, I let y'all know setting y'all up for dark ages. It don't even matter. It is what it is. The planet has been judged. People have been judged on this planet. It's nothing you can do about it now other than, you know, for the organic people of this planet, I tell you, get into yourself. I say this all the time. Let me get off of this real fast. What did I tell my brothers and sisters? I tell my brothers and sisters, before you develop a relationship with a man, if you don't find someone that's genuine, that's already there, that's already level-headed, that say, hey, listen, this is what I'm able to do, this is what I'm doing. If you're not already on that page, you never found one like that already, then you need to find yourself a sister. Build a serious bond with your sister and then move forward with a man. You should not be thinking about anything other than building your family. Now, people that say, well, Kalal, why would you want to have children in a world like this? See, this is the test. This is all the test is. Do you see hell or do you see your planet? Do you see hell or do you see your planet? Are you attached to the planet or are you attached to the universe? Why would I allow the world to stop me from wanting to have a child and teach and guide my child? This is the ultimate time to show how great you truly are. How could you, if you already can run a mile, right? Or you already can lift weights and you already working out and lifting weights, how are you testing your body if you already feel as though that you are already in shape? You're not testing yourself. You're like, this ain't about nothing. I'm in the gym. But for somebody that hasn't tested themselves, put themselves through stress, physically and mental stress, good stress. You have bad and you have good stress. So that way that they can grow. This was a growing test for us. And this will happen again. This will take place again. But this is a growing test for us. And this is the best time to show who you truly are. This is the best time to show, not to cement yourself in this world, but to cement yourself amongst the stars. This is the best time. You have no idea how your brothers and sisters are looking at the ones that see beyond the veil. And not only that, speak with no fear when it comes to enlightening their own brothers and sisters. You should don't even understand how the universe really appreciates and look at you. It makes her smile, and it makes your brothers and sisters on other planets, and as they watching you, it makes them smile. Like, wow, he sees it. She sees it. Look at that. This is why certain individuals see lights moving across their life. They can be looking in the sky, a light in their house, a light. This is why they see certain things. Don't let nobody deny. Don't let nobody change what you are seeing. Don't let nobody change the truth. Don't let nobody try to pull a wool over your eyes and trick you. No, that shit not happening. Don't let nobody tell you. Just like they said, none of the shit that I was saying that was going to take place, not taking place. Yeah, so many people have to change up what they were saying 2-3 years ago because this shit is real. So let me get over here real fast, my people. Let me get into this real fast. Let me get over here. Here we go.
Federal government is holding
Let me start
back
with this
water
right
in-
here. Let me start with this coverage right here. This is going to go. I know y'all don't want to hear this, but again, you call it fear mongering, call it whatever you want. Water is one of the main conductors of electricity. If you believe that the government has control over the weather, then why the fuck they not filling up Lake Mead? Then? Why they not filling up Lake Mead? Why are they setting up millions of people in Nevada, California, Arizona? Why are they setting you up for no water, which means no electricity, and they're not telling you? Why they just don't set up Geostorm and make it fucking rain and fill it up? Huh? Why?
Federal government is holding back water in Lake Powell in unprecedented move in a drought emergency. Lake Powell is part of the Colorado River Reservoir that provides water to more than 40 million people in the West. The government hopes that keeping water in the lake will reduce the chance of the Glen Canyon Dam shutting down.
Now, they're trying to get water from one place to put in the other. Now, one place holds, this is the deal with 40 million. 40 million people. Are you serious?
Without these measures, officials say the dam has about a 25% chance it would not be able to produce hydropower at all. It's the first time the federal government has used its power to change the way the reservoir operates. Officials say this is only a short-term fix. There is currently less water in the reservoir than the amount used by cities and farms. Water usually...
Did you hear that? It's less water in the reservoir than what cities and farms are using. There's less water here. So what does that tell you, West Coast, Central America? Huh? If your farmers can't hydrate the seed so it can grow, and if you ain't got no water flowing through your sink, your faucet, what you think is going to take place?
Flows from Lake Powell down the Colorado River and into Lake Mead. Lake Mead is also at unprecedented low water levels. So this
Colorado, Lake Mead, look at all the droughts that's taking place with these power plants that supposedly, well, not only supposedly, that give power to millions of people. But yet you're focused on Ukraine, you focus on Israel now and Palestine jumping back off, Kim Jong-un over in North Korea, Rocket Man, China and Taiwan. Now China back in the 2,500, over 100 million people, basically almost on lockdown over in China, talking about some virus or what? Food. Hold on, let me finish.
More water restrictions for the Southwest states. A 20-year mega drought brought on by climate change combined with chronic overuse is to blame for the record-breaking lows.
Climate change, huh? What changed the climate? Huh? The sun changed the climate. Hold on. I'm going to go over here. Here we go, right here. We finished.
Is in starting almost immediately. Lake Mead will be getting less water. That's in a deal agreed on by the 7 western states sharing Colorado River.
That's right. Paulina Butska is staying on top of this story. She joins us live with the fluid future of Lake Mead. Paulina.
Well, look at the pigmentation of her skin, my people. Just look at that. Just look at this. Look at the pigmentation of the skin.
So Dave, welcome to the inside of my apartment. Here in the Silver State, we know that water is a precious commodity. So when you turn your sink on, this is what happens, right?
Now, y'all forgot the book of Eli, how important water was, right? Just listen to what she's saying. Just listen.
But what happens when that water runs out? Well, Lake Powell is almost at that level, and find out how Lake Mead is turning in the mix.
Lake Powell and Lake Mead are drying up. Lake Powell and Lake Mead, both of them.
The signs are posted every few feet, showing the different levels of water over the years. A critical water problem that Governor Steve Sisolak says is about to get worse.
The drought isn't going away anytime soon, and we're going to do everything that we can to make sure that everybody has it.
By it, we...
Let me pause back. Let me go back to him. You see this man right here? What do you think he cared? Do you think he give a fuck about a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or 11-year-old, 15-year-old? He lived his life. This is how, let me explain something, all other races. This is how y'all gonna go out. The older people are going to say, we lived our life. Condominiums, traveling, beach houses, getting waited on at tables by bus boys and bus girls. You understand? Getting our shoes waxed. See, they're going to say they lived their life, but what they don't care nothing about the younger generation. Not 1 ounce about you. Your babies are going to suffer because of this.
And we're going to do everything that we can to make sure that everybody has it.
By it, we mean water, a precious resource many take for granted. Call it a climate change. In Nevada, we're now facing a slowly moving natural disaster, similar to the problem Arizona is now seeing with Lake Powell, except in their case, the water levels have reached crisis conditions.
Look at this, my people. I want y'all to look at this right here. This is a before and after image. Look at this.
Powell, except in their...
You see this? Look. First of all, look how big this boat is. Which means there is a lot of water there. Now look at this.
Case, the water levels have reached crisis conditions.
Lake Powell is now at its lowest point that it's ever been since it was first filled in the 1960s. And there is the potential that the power production that occurs at Lake Powell at Glen Canyon Dam could be affected should those water levels in Lake Powell continue to decline.
Arizona's situation prompting a warning from the Department of the Interior to all states relying on the Colorado River. They were considering emergency action in the form of reducing the amount of water Lake Powell releases to Lake Mead. On Friday, the 7 states, Nevada, Arizona, Utah, Wyoming, Colorado, New Mexico, and California.
I want y'all all to look at these states right here. Salt Lake City, Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona, Nevada, Las Vegas. I want y'all to look at this. Those that are watching my videos right now. If you have family members or you live in these areas right here, I want you to go back and look at when the just pull up August the 21st, 2017 path of the total eclipse that went from the west coast to the east coast on a 33-degree angle. That's all I want you to do. I want you to look at that moon going from the west coast to the east coast on a 90-degree angle, on a 33-degree angle in 60 minutes, I believe. It was either 60 minutes or 90 minutes, but it happened so fast. So I want you to look at that path, and I want you to take a look at all the states that are now receiving havoc. Look at them. Look at it all. You think this shit's a game? Okay. You think this a game? You think this shit's a game? Okay.
Agreed collectively to a proposal allowing Lake Powell to keep some of its water by reducing its water dispersal to Lake Mead. While Lake Powell will still release 7 million acre-feet of water to Lake Mead, it will keep 480,000 acre-feet as a buffer of protection. A statement from the
as a buffer of protection. Listen to me. The power is going out, and they're going to blame it on other things, but the power is going out. Now, let me just read this real fast. Let me read this right here. Rare phenomena. Sky turned blood red in China. Zhaoxing. Look at this shit here. Look at this here, my people. Are you serious? Hold on, look at this. Let me show y'all what this is. Kalai, you a total fucking fool. Yo, this is celebration time. I'm not celebrating nobody's demise. I'm just celebrating our rise. When you've been lied to through education, not just through television programs, but when your parents have, the ones that have accepted the lies, the ones that you have looked to breathe life into your visions and your dreams. And because they was looking for themselves in this world, they couldn't see your growth and development. They accepted this depressing, demoralizing ass world. The only way you could come up in this world is that you have to be destroying the organic race. And it don't make a difference. You could be the organic race yourself, or you can be another species. For example, how do you come out with slave movies year after year, and 9 times out of 10 they hit box office numbers as far as selling tickets? How is that possible? How do you take a mental condition, meaning that the abuse that the black woman, the so-called black woman and male, have endured by another race, and we're going to use the movie Ike and Tina. How do you take the destruction of their minds and use the violent acts and how they treating each other? Because mind you, you look at Ike and Tina or any other relationship, we're taking our frustrations out on each other because we don't know ourselves. Knowing ourselves, meaning knowing our anatomy and knowing that what we are directly connected to. And if you knew that, then you wouldn't strive to make music to make money. You will make music to be an awakener. So they make a movie about us abusing each other, and they come up off of it. They make movies about them abusing us, and they come up off of it. Their songs, their rap songs, are about what? Abusing the black woman and her abusing herself. Tyler Perry movies, what are they about? Black man, black woman cheating on each other, psychologically and physically abusing each other consistently. And this is the only way that we can come up. It was another artist, a film director, black guy. He couldn't make a movie about Jerry Sandusky and the rest of this white crew, or the Bull Steinberg, you know, that had the island, or John McKnight, or his name not John, Phil Knight, the owner of Nike, who has an island too that's into that same freak shit. You can't come up off of them. See, black people, you can't be successful when you bring awareness to the beast. But in order for you to be successful, though, and you want success, you know how to do it. Destroy your own race. Make fun of your own race. Exploit your own race. That's what you do. See, I see this trick. I see this trick. That's why you got brothers and shit and sisters on the internet that comes on the internet to try to distract you or cause or say shit to you that ain't got nothing to do with intellect, with intellect. That had nothing to do with it. You completely want to have someone sidetracked it because you can't grow outside of this world. So let me pull this up. Let me read this here for you real quick. Sky phenomenon turns red. The red sky that appeared in Zhaojing city of China, East Xinjiang, I don't even know, Zhejiang province was caused by the refraction and scattering of lights. Now, do you listen to this shit? Providence was caused by the refraction and scattering of lights, most likely from ship lights in the port. Local media reported Sunday. Do you believe this shit? This came from ships in a yard? Do you believe that? Huh? But they had to put this out because of what's taking place. See, the people over there in China, the people over in Russia, the people over there in Europe, they say biblical times are here. Biblical. They know because they feel the frequency.